Hello, 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 and good day to you. This is Monday, 5:30 Central Standard Time. We're gonna get this live started. Let's see here. There's something that's popped up. I don't want to do that. Okay, Facebook be trying to distract me. I want to talk today about being productive despite low energy. Um, yeah, I'm just going to get right into this topic. If you are joining me live, thank you for taking some time out to sit with me live. If you are joining me on the replay, that's okay too. Just put hashtag replay in the comments so that I know that you stopped by to visit with me today. So the topic is productivity despite low energy. This topic came to me today because I feel like I am very much in a place of trying to regain my energy. Went to Bonnaroo last week. I got back on last Sunday, and despite being off, I still work off one day after I'd gotten back. I I still work a full-time job in addition to building out my coaching business. And so that requires an additional amount of energy beyond the 40 hours a week that I do commit to my job that pays me the salary that I currently make. And despite that, I mean, sometimes you're going to have ebbs and flow in your energy levels. Sometimes you are kicking ass and you're the most productive you've been in weeks, and you have stretches of days where you have all this energy and lots of things to accomplish, and that's great. And sometimes you just have in you to do what you can, and that's where I am currently. So yeah, how do you navigate that? If we've never met before, I just want to take a second to introduce myself. My name is Yaminah, aka Coach Yamz, and I am a life coach, owner of Healing is Work Coaching, and I am passionate about helping women to stop doing shit out of obligation so that they can live life on their terms. And so, why does low energy matter? What do you do with it? How do you progress forward? So, like I said, energy is going to ebb and flow. Just different factors. It can be diet, it can be sleep and how restful that sleep is. It can be your activity level, how often you are being physically active. This can be impacted by your hydration, the work-life balance that you try to achieve. Lots of factors. Life be lifing, and sometimes your energy is up, sometimes it's down. And so when your energy is down and you can't be as productive, I know for me, it's in the past at least, it has um, makes me feel bad because I feel like I should be able to deliver, that I should be giving my 100% all the time. And that's just not realistic. And it makes you feel lazy. It makes you feel unproductive, obviously. And that is just the way that humans are set up. We are not meant to be on all the time, and sometimes you do what you can in those spaces of low energy. So when you've got all the energy to do lots of things, go for it. Maybe that HIIT exercise or whatever the case may be. But if you're in a period of low energy, maybe a casual stroll around the neighborhood instead of trying to get a jog in might be more effective. Also, when your energy levels are low, you feel like you have to push yourself regardless of feeling tired, and that ultimately leads to burnout because you are pushing and pushing and pushing, ignoring your body and saying, I don't care that I'm tired, I'm going to keep going. When your body tells you it's tired, that's what it means. And it behooves us to listen to ourselves when our body is talking to us. And the other thing is, let's see here. When you're off track, it feels like it takes forever to get back on track. You feel like, oh, well, my diet has completely gone to shit this week, so I'll just start again on Monday. And if it's like Tuesday or Wednesday, you got several days before you're kickstarting that thing off again. And it doesn't have to be far off into the distance. So I just want to give tips essentially to get you on your way with baby steps despite having low energy. And so tip number one is going to be to take a breather. Sometimes life calls on us, it demands a lot of us, and we feel like we have to have an answer right then and there. We have to stop everything that we're doing and come up with a solution. Sometimes it's best to just take 5 to 10 minutes to close your eyes and just take several deep breaths. You inhale slowly through your nose, exhale slowly through your mouth. There are guided breathing things that'll help you stay on track with this if you feel like you need help. But yes, just take 5 to 10 minutes to just deep breathe. That's gonna lessen the stress that you feel. It's gonna make you feel calmer. It's gonna make you feel more grounded. And it's helpful for the body also. It calms the nervous system down, regulates things within the body. So yeah, breathing is good stuff. Tip number 2 that I have for you would be to prioritize what is yours. And so oftentimes we move through life and we have things on our to-do list that aren't always our things that we need to do, that are only our things to do. So take a moment, be honest with yourself, and identify, is this my stuff that only I can handle, or is this something that belongs to somebody else that maybe I've decided I will help with? And sometimes you agree to do things and maybe you can no longer deliver what that requires, and so that looks like going back and having a conversation to see if that's still something that only you can handle. And the third tip would be to make a plan and to schedule things out. So in a normal week where I feel like I'm super energetic and I'm feeling rested and all those kinds of things, I tend to try to aim for 3 tasks a day to accomplish. Even if you don't get to them, it's no big deal, but it's better to have a plan than no plan and be floating aimlessly around trying to figure out what needs to be done next. But in periods of low energy, I personally, from where I am right now, feeling tired, feeling like I just need to recharge and let myself get back to 100% me, I only have one thing on my list of things that I'm going to commit to this week, and that is me preparing my meals at home. And so that's going to be my focal point. Of course, I'll go to my main job. I may pick a task to do for my coaching business each day. But my main focus is going to be me preparing my meals. And with that, taking just 10 minutes to commit to something that you know that you want to do or that you need to accomplish. Oftentimes, once you are in motion, it's easy to stay in motion. Sometimes not so much, but I encourage with the baby steps to just pick something that is not going to be an extremely long task. Pick something that you can do for a little stretch of time. So I know for me, cooking my meals at home for myself this week is going to be the focal point. And so, yes, I could get overwhelmed with the fact that I bought lots of ingredients for several different dishes this week. And, if I meal prepped everything right now, that would make it easier for later on in the week. I don't have the energy to think that far ahead right now. So when I get off this live, I am going to go into the kitchen and I'm going to prepare one dish that I can eat on tonight and hopefully tomorrow. I'm sure there'll be leftovers. And then I'll work on figuring out what food looks like tomorrow, but also just taking that time to accomplish what I can without trying to force myself to do way more than I have the energy to do. Doing this will make you feel like you're accomplishing things without the pressure of getting it perfect or doing it from start to finish. If a task is going to take you an hour, you might have to break it up over 3 or 4 days, and that's okay. So yeah, that's all I got for you. If you feel like you need support in getting shit done, book a time with me. chatwithyamz.com, YAMZ. And the resource that I have for you for having some kind of help with staying on track with whatever you're motivated to give about 10 minutes to is something called the Pomodoro method. It's a timer on YouTube where for 25 minutes there's a music that plays. It's supposed to be a good frequency for your brain to keep you focused. And so you can do 25 minutes of this Pomodoro method where 25 minutes you're being productive and then 5 minutes you take a break. And then if you're feeling froggy, you can do it again. About 3 rounds, I think, is what's suggested. But yeah, I put that into the comments down below. I hope that you got something out of today's live. If you did, and there's somebody that you feel needs this information, please tag them in the comments below so that they can get in on this goodness. And join me next Monday, 5:30 Central Standard Time, where I will share about 10 minutes of food for thought with some tips that you can walk away with that will hopefully make some little improvements in your life. So that's all I got for you now. Take care.